Welcome to Ireland and the Wild Atlantic Way. Stretching 2,500 kilometres, this wild road trip has it all. From rugged beaches, dramatic cliffs and mountains, beautiful nature, cosy pubs, interesting history and more. If you're new around here, I'm Jack, this is Joe, and that cute guy in the middle is our ferry co-pilot Frank. We love nature and have spent the past 2 years travelling to wild corners of the UK and Europe in this, our tiny home on wheels. This is part 1 of our Wild Atlantic Way adventure, so put your feet up, click subscribe and come along for these wild journeys in County Cork. Hey everyone.
Hi.
Today is the official start of our Wild Atlantic Way adventure. We're just on the outskirts of Kinsale. Last night we were parked up at this incredible little beach spot, just finishing up some work. But yeah, we're ready to go. So we're starting from, where are we?
Kinsale.
Cork. Kinsale in Cork, and we'll be driving clockways, so northways up the Wild Atlantic Way. And yeah, I'm really excited. Kinsale's a beautiful little colourful town. We just had some brunch, but now we're ready to hit the road. Frank's very excited. But yeah, it should be a wicked adventure. And yeah, let's go find the Wild Atlantic Way signs, which are kind of waypointed along the road.
Let's go.
So come to our first stop on the Wild Atlantic Way, Lough Hyne, and there's a little walk that you can do from the nature reserve, which takes you up to a viewpoint. So far, been quite a nice coastal drive, but I think as you go further around, the scenery gets more epic. So yeah, looking forward to that. But first, let's do this walk. Strenuous activity. Reckon, Joe? Strenuous?
Sweaty.
Worth it for the views?
Yeah, definitely. The view's beautiful.
Yeah. It was like a short, sweaty hike. Didn't actually take too long. What was that, like half an hour? Yeah, it was like half an hour. Nice views from the top. We spent the evening and morning doing some campervan chores at our very first Irish Aire. For €10 you can stay the night, fill up with water, empty all of the nasties, and with the van ready for the next few days we headed to the colourful port town of Baltimore to board a small 10-minute passenger ferry to Sherkin Island. So after like a 10-minute ferry ride, get to Sherkin Island. Nice and quiet, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, I think it's my favourite place so far on the Wild Atlantic Way. I know I haven't been to many places,
This is your second place.
but I sort of live out in Ireland, off the mainland. That's really quiet. I really like it.
Yeah, it's really nice. 111 people live on the island, and I think the walk that we're doing today, which is a really nice signpost, is like 5 kilometres back, so it's not a big island. It's very pretty, very quaint and cute. This tiny, sleepy island was the perfect place to get away from the crowds that was experienced during the Irish heatwave. It's home to 2 simple, beautiful beaches, perfect for fetch, and a cafe at the end of the walk for a quick refill with cranium-sized coffees. Oh, this is huge. I'm going to be absolutely buzzing. We got our fill of caffeine, and Frank forced us back onto the beach. Doesn't know which one to decide on, does he? Bull or dog? think that might be the Irish heat wave has broken, Joe. We've got some wild Irish weather, which is quite nice. It's not actually, it's not cold, it's just nice little drizzly spray. And the beach is wonderful, so can't go wrong. And this dog is ridiculously cute. Look at him. Coats are on. Let's go to the pub before we get the ferry back. Lead the way, Joe. I think you can just sniff out a pub, can't you?
Yep.
Cheers. Lovely little walk actually, and expedition. Lovely little day trip to Sherkin Island. Definitely nice to get away from the crowds, nice and quiet. Didn't really matter that it drizzled.
No.
The pub was very cosy, and now we're going to drive over to Mizen Head. There's an app for the Wild Atlantic Way called the Atlantic Way Explorer, which basically picks out like some of the main things to do on there. And Mizen Head looks wicked, so we're going to carry on. Hopefully the weather holds out, because I've seen pictures and it looks epic.
Frank's exhausted.
We've got a very tired dog right now.
Hope you saved up some energy to throw your ball on the beach, Frank.
There's no beach.
But there's a place to throw your ball, right?
Unless, well, if you wanted to fly off the cliff. Then
Okay, no. Just go back to sleep.
But yeah, let's go to Mizen Head. While this section of the Wild Atlantic Way lacked the dramatic mountain escapes we were soon to experience, it made up for it with winding roads that took you along beautiful coves and coastline. Unfortunately, as we wound our way up to Mizen Head, those views started to disappear. So the drive to Mizen Head was quite nice, but it was very mizzly on the drive to Mizen Head. We got here, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it was, yeah. So there's a bridge that you can take to the lighthouse, but it closes at 6, so I think we've run out of time today. And when we did arrive, it was super drizzly and you couldn't actually see anything. It's now cleared up, but hopefully we're going to try and go tomorrow morning and spend the night here. It's one of the best places to spot from land dolphins and whales, so Joe's just been staring out this window for the past half an hour after I've been napping. Seen anything?
No.
Brewery review. But yeah, nice little spot. Spend the night here. There's a few other vans, and hopefully the weather will hold up, or at least be clear, to go across the bridge tomorrow morning. We spent the rest of the evening playing Monopoly Deal. We cooked dinner, enjoyed the views out the window, and I also got my drone up for a little preview. With the sea crashing into the rock cliffs below, this was the image we had of the Wild Atlantic Way. It was dramatic, and we went to bed eager to explore Mizen Head more in person the next day. Good morning. I absolutely destroyed Joe at Monopoly Deal yesterday.
Literally not the case.
Yes, I did. How many games did I win?
1.
No, I think I won like 10 and you won 2. Yesterday we said tomorrow might be a clearer day. It's not a clearer day. But we're just going to go anyway, because I flew my drone last night and it looks awesome. So let's just see what it's like in fog.
Yay.
Yay, fog. As I said, visibility's not great. Pretty alright though. It'll be an experience.
Yeah.
pretty certain we've just seen a peregrine falcon kind of swooping down on the cliffs. It's actually really, really cool, and I'm glad we came, even though it's all misty, because A, the mist is kind of clearing up and it makes it look quite cool, and also I don't reckon you would have seen that falcon if there were so many people here, and yesterday when we arrived it was really, really busy. So yeah, really cool. And now we're going to cross this awesome looking bridge.
To a lighthouse on like a really sunny day, because that's just not what it's made for. It's made for days like today when boats would come in and they couldn't really see what was going on, and then light.
It's true. You understand the importance of it, don't you? And you can see the power of the sea as well.
Yeah.
Got back to the van probably at the right time, because it started raining now. That was actually really, really amazing. So I'd recommend, even if the weather's looking bad, go and have a look, because if the weather's bad it'll be quite empty, and yeah, really epic, really cool. It's exactly what I had in mind. Bless you.
Sorry.
Exactly what I had in mind when I had like the Wild Atlantic Way in my mind. Kind of like, yeah, dramatic cliffs and bad weather. We didn't come to Ireland for good weather. I think we're going to drive on and go to the shop and maybe just find somewhere to hold up, because it is raining now. Maybe the weather will improve later on, but I feel fulfilled. Do you feel fulfilled? Great. Alright, let's move out. The rest of the afternoon turned into a bit of a washout, so we found another Aire further along the Wild Atlantic Way, and we of course took advantage of its village location to grab a pint in the pub. The next day we were back onto the beautiful green roads of Ireland and the Wild Atlantic Way. We'd reached the Bantry Aire Peninsula, where the roadside scenes continued to get even more dramatic and beautiful. We were on the search for a cosy beachside spot to see out this stormy weather. Head off to the campsite that we booked for while we work, and that's in Kerry. So this is our last stop in County Cork. We're driving around the Bantry Aire Peninsula, which is actually really, really beautiful. Now that the rain's cleared, you can kind of see across. It's very rugged. We're going to drive back the way we came, back past the village where we stayed in last night, and up into the, what's the pass called? Healy Pass, which kind of takes you up through the mountain range that you can see all around us. Yeah, should be good. It's a very scenic drive, the Bantry Aire Peninsula. Super scenic. And I love a scenic drive. We've done a lot of scenic drives and a lot of scenic roads. That one in Albania, and that's the only one I can think of. But we've done loads, but yeah, let's hit the road. The Healy Pass winds its way through the heart of the Bantry Aire Peninsula. Consisting of 12 kilometres of hairpin bends, the road connects West Cork to County Kerry. With spectacular views along the whole journey, this really is a trip highlight and can't be missed. Every corner we climbed, the view gained in beauty, and its beauty literally peaked as we reached the summit at the top of the pass, and we were treated to incredible views back towards the Atlantic Ocean. Wow. This is like breathtaking, and I was not expecting this. Yeah. Ireland's just going to go up and up a notch, isn't it, as we go further up the coast, I can just tell. Yeah. Bloody hell. Hey guys, lost you there. But as we came over that mountain spot, we got to our campsite, Cravine Lodge, which is amazing. And we spent the last
4 days here, 3 nights, 4 days.
3 nights, 4 days, just catching up with some work. Now we're ready to go explore the county of Kerry and the Ring of Kerry, and yeah, the landscape from what we've seen from this campsite looks dramatic, so we're really excited about that. But that'll be in the next video. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you've got any questions. Chuck us a like because it helps this video, and see you
in the next one.
See you on the next one. See you. Bye.
Bye.